Mae'govannen and Melanin. This video is for all those who still believe in something more mysterious than themselves, who still believe that magic and enchantment still exists in the earth and the sky and the trees and in life itself. This is the video for those who still believe in elves, in other words, who still believe in yourselves. I am not here to try to convince or debate the existence of elves. This channel is for those who hear a calling and know that there is something more to life than what we can see or what we were taught in school. This is for those who feel the stirrings of their elven spirit. That's what these videos are for. I considered for a long time not to do these videos. I wasn't sure the time was right, or maybe even that I was ready to do these videos. What sparked me to go ahead and start these is because some weeks back, most of you will probably remember, there was the big climate debate protests that were going on. And what surprised me, I guess a little bit, or saddened me, I should say, is the response that the extreme emotional negative response that people had to the climate change debate. I guess I was hoping it wouldn't be as harsh as it was. We've got those who so strongly believe in it and are willing to become activists for it and speak out, such as Greta. What a wonderful job she did as a 16-year-old young lady. But then the death threats and the amount of negativity and harshness that people came. Whether you believe in climate change or not, this is our home. Arda, the earth, is our home. Would we not want to take care of it? Whether you believe in climate change or not, would you not want to take care of it? Why were the emotional responses so strong against climate change, against wanting to take care of the earth? I know for a lot of these, there's guilt, there's fear. There's really only two sides to the coin of life. It's love is on one side, fear is on the other. From fear, it can drive everything else. Hate, anger, greed, they all become fear of something. And then there's the love side, those that truly care and love about the earth. And that's what these videos are going to be about. My hope is that I will continue this for as long as is necessary to continue these types of videos. These videos are for those who find the elven spirit within themselves, who still believe that they are something more than what they were taught about. All right, so I'm going to be talking about in these videos about who we are and about the most important thing that I believe that we can be doing right now, and that is to promote the reawakening of the elven spirit within this world. You're going to notice as these videos go on that I'm obviously very big into the Tolkien perspective of the Elven culture and such, so I'm going to be talking a lot about those over the next so many months, and it will be more from that perspective, not completely from that perspective, but a significant amount will be. Okay, so you're going to be hearing a lot of terms that are going to be using, like Arda, which is for the earth and the world in this area. Going to be talking about Eru, who is the Elven word for God. It just simply means the one, that there is something greater than ourselves, and that is who I believe in, and I choose to follow under that tradition, so to speak. The videos here in the future, what we'll be talking about, okay, things that I would like to cover, so hopefully there'll be some topics that'll be of interest to you. If not, please feel free to leave your comments. Let me know how you feel about these videos. If there's some things that I'm not discussing that you would like to hear about, we will. But for example, some of the things we're going to be discussing, we'll be talking about, and again, everything is from an Elven perspective. We're going to be talking about Elven prophecy and a whole point to reawakening. These videos, in the long and short, are to help you reawaken to who you are inside, that Elven spirit that is within you, and to be able to live that more every day. Okay, and we'll talk about why we're doing that here in just a few. We'll be talking about that. We'll be talking about Elven traditions. I'm very much into education, as you'll hear in just a few minutes also. So this is to teach, and maybe we'll learn from each other. That's why I encourage the comments. Okay, we'll be talking about Elven traditions, Elven history. We'll be talking about the Elven diet. For those that don't know, I very much espouse to the Rivendell way of looking at diet. They were vegans. I am a raw vegan doctor. So I'm not just vegan, I am also a raw, and I'm a doctor. I have been vegetarian and then vegan. So I've been vegan over half my life, vegetarian, vegan most of my life. So I'm now a vegan, have been, like I said, for over half my life, and now I'm a raw vegan, and I've been that way for years as well. We'll be talking about diet for those that are interested in the topics. We'll be talking about Elven language. Okay, one of my fortes is I am very, I'd like to say, studied into the Elven languages of Quenya and Sindari. So we'll be talking about that. For those who are interested in learning about that, we'll be talking about that as well. These videos will have a very strong spiritual bent to them because the whole purpose is to reawaken. And sometimes to reawaken, it helps to know our history and background and traditions and language. So we will be talking about those as well. We'll be talking about Elven meditation, different ways to meditate, to help bring things out, to help remember who you are. We'll be talking about techniques about how we can do that, things that we can do to better take care of our health. We'll be talking about Elven healing, things that you can learn to do at home to help heal yourself. All right, we'll be talking about that from an herbal, from other holistic point of views, energy points of views. We're going to be talking about all these in the future videos. All right, so we're talking about Elven writing, Elven apps. I'm a writer of Elven apps. We'll be talking about that also. We'll be talking about again, the Valar and the Maiar. We'll be talking about basically Elven. Consider this an Elven school is what we're going to be doing from here on. All right, so one of the main points is, who am I? Who is this guy here who is talking to you? What qualifies me to be able to talk about this? Okay, I'm not sure that it qualifies me because everyone has their own views on things, but here's a little bit of information about me. I have been in medical practice for 20 odd years. I am a board certified doctor of natural medicine, a traditional naturopath. We have run one of the largest naturopathic medical centers in the state of California. We have been doing this for quite a number of years, so I have been in the healing business for decades now, and it is a very strong belief that natural healing is a deeper healing, and education is important to teach our patients. One of the most important things we do at the clinic besides treat is we teach. So because always remember the word doctor comes from Latin and ancient Greek, and it means teacher. It actually doesn't mean healer. It means teacher. Doctors, whether you're MDs, NDs, ODs, I don't care what kind of doctor you are, we're supposed to treat you, but we're also supposed to teach you so that you learn to take care of yourself. And that is going to be one of the things, besides the spiritual side, we will also be covering the physical side of being Elven, and that is how to heal yourself and maybe help your friends and your family as well. We will be teaching you ways of how to do that as well. All right, what else about me? Okay, well, I am also, as I said, a board certified doctor of natural medicine. I have my doctorate in natural medicine. I am a certified reflexologist. I'm a certified nutritionist, so I have some background and be able to help you with nutrition and why the Elven way of eating is so healthy for you. Again, it's up to you, but the education will be presented. It's up to you to use it or not. All right, let's see. I am also a past founder of the Elven group Tia Elda Lieva that you probably heard about. They have a Facebook page, a website. They're very much into the rituals of working with the Maiar and the Valar, and I'm a past founder of their organization. Let's see. I've also created an Elven app, it's called Elven Speak. We're reissuing it again later this year. It teaches you how to speak Quenya and Sindari. It has lessons. It also covers topics of Elven culture, writings, poetry, and such. So I have that background there. I've been doing that probably for about 15 years. It's an old app, but we're reissuing it again this year. Okay, let's see what else. Okay, as far as personally, my wife and I, we live on 158 acres of land in the foothills of Northern California. We try to live a very eco-friendly, vegan, Elven-friendly. We live in a home that we help build ourselves, very eco-friendly home with renewable resources that were used in it. The home is completely powered off-grid by solar electric. We have a solar electric high flow well, we have an organic garden, we have a small organic orchard. We try to live sustainably. We try to live as close as we can to being one with the earth, because in the end, that's what's important. For those that believe that the earth is the most important thing, that's what we talk about. So back to the spiritual side. All right. Because of the climate change issues, I felt it was time to start talking about this. In the end, it is important that we remember, we reawaken to that elven spirit that is within us. There is a prophecy Tolkien talked about quite a number of decades ago, and the prophecy, and I'll put it up on the screen, says the elves prophesy is that one day they will fare forth from Tolaresia, right, in Elven land, and on arriving in the world will gather all of their fading kindred, the elven ones who still are here on this side of the world. They will gather them together who will still live in this world and will march towards Valinor, the land of green. All right. This will only happen because of the help of men. Actually, men will help do this. And those of man who help will be given an opportunity to go with them or not. Whether you want to look at this on a physical level or a spiritual level, that's up to you. All right. We don't believe in drinking Kool-Aid. We don't believe in wearing Nike tennis shoes and going off to some other physical domain. It can happen here. It can be here. We can have Elfen right where we are in your own backyard if you truly want to. Okay, but in this it says that one day the elves over in Valinor will come back and will gather up their fading kindred and take them home again. And the race of man that helps, they'll be given the opportunity to do so as well, to come with them. How does man do this? How can man help heal the other elven kind that are fading and are here? We know how it feels to fade. The other prophecy for the elven tradition goes that the elves will have this happen because they will reawaken in man the love for Arda. It is a love within all elves. It is a deep, abiding, eternal love for the earth. And man, to a very, very large degree, has forgotten that. And it is time to remind man of who they are, where they came from, and what it is, where we live, what this world is, and to reawaken that love. And when that love has reawakened, then the earth can heal. And that's what we're here for, is to help reawaken it and bring that love back out. It's in every one of us. Children are a fine example. There is no love, no hate. There is only love. There is no hate, there is no jealousy, there is no prejudice or racism in a child. The love for the earth had to be taught out of them. It's now our job to remind that this love does exist and that we can have it and use it to help heal. All right, so one of the things you're going to be seeing me quote a lot about in these videos is from a wonderful little elven group called the Silver Elves. The main founders are Michael and Martha. You can find them on Facebook, and I'll be including a link to their site. They are a very gentle elven couple. They've been living as an elven couple for many decades. They have produced a large library of wonderfully helpful books to help teach you and remind you of who you are. Good books to live by. One of my favorites is the Elven Sayings. It's got over 1,000 different sayings and proverbs and so forth. And then I'm going to be quoting from that in every video because I find them so apropos, so wonderful to include as a part of our lives. Affirmations that we can do every day. And a couple I'll be showing you today is one, and this is all about awakening. Is awakening to being an elf isn't about becoming something different. I'm not asking you to change into something different. It's more about becoming what you already truly are within. Elven awakening doesn't mean you become an elf. It means you remember that you are one. And that's what we're going to be trying to do here in these videos to help each of us out. It'll be helping me as it does, as much as it does helping you, maybe more so. Because magic, okay, magic has never truly disappeared from the earth. The people of the earth just forgot. They forgot what magic is. The entire earth holds such magic that if we really had spent time relearning the ways of our ancestors, we would know that we are one and the same, and that magic does live in the world. All right? Okay, so just about done. This is just a short video today to introduce you to it. I hope that you'll be interested and will watch the future videos. I will be trying to put these out quite frequently. Again, spiritual and the physical side. We'll be teaching you about healing, about meditation. We'll be teaching you about traditions and cultures. And I want to encourage debate. As I said, I'm not here to convince you of the truth of elves, whether they exist or not. They do within me, and I know within others. This is to help those that feel the calling. Please come, watch the videos, comment, tell me how you feel. And let's do this together. Let's let this video, let's let this YouTube channel on Elven Awakening be something that we do together. All right? Okay, one last comments, and again, I'm going to put it up on the screen. This is one more statement from the Silver Elves. It says, the essence of the elves' soul contains a great desire to heal. That's part of what we're doing here. To heal the earth, to heal ourselves, to heal our others, and to heal all that is around us. And the only thing that prevents us from doing so is the absolute determination by some folk who are not Elven to do otherwise. In other words, those that don't believe who they are. It's interesting how much people will fight against this. If you don't want to watch these videos, you are more than welcome. We all have our own path and our own pace at learning, okay? But we are all here to learn, to be together, and to heal the world around us, and to be one with everything else, and to remember who we are. So that's what these videos are going to be about. I hope they do some good for you. Please let me know your feelings in your comments, topics that you'd like to talk about, and we'll go into that. The next video, we're going to be talking more about Elven healing, things that you can do at home, as well as more about Elven traditions, and we will always be covering the spiritual side and meditative side of how to remember and how to reawaken. All right? As always, it is a gift to be able to talk to you, and may you all have a most blessed and grace-filled day. Namaste.